Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakkhurinmiletam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamaham Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jutapadakkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanam Cha Sirupam Sagrajatam Saganasi Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devan Sri Radha Krishna Padan Saganalitam Sri Visakam Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpatrivasya Kurpa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanabhya Vaishnavya Namo Nama Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasatu Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. So thank you very much. So today we are going to discuss about the heart-rending prayers of Kunti Maharani. Let me share this one. This is a beautiful prayers by Kunti Maharani, which embodying the pinnacle of Krishna conscious philosophy. So we will now going to discuss. Let me share this one to the. So we are going to speak about. So Kunti Maharani is the mother of Pandavas. So when I'm not able to share this one to the other people. So anyway, we can continue with this. So this is a wonderful prayer by Kunti Maharani. So Kunti Maharani is the Pandavas, this mother of Pandavas, and at the same time he understood that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, also she has got a familial relationship because Krishna's Kuntidevi's brother Vasudev is the Krishna's father. So in this way, the Krishna is the aunt, and Kunti Maharani is the aunt of Krishna. So, but after although Kunti Maharani is the senior, but after observing how extraordinary saved by I think extraordinarily Krishna saved the Pandavas, particularly the son of Uttara, Abhimanyu. So she was so impressed, and she was so much overwhelmed with devotion that she rendered a very heartfelt prayers that embodying the pinnacle of Krishna consciousness philosophy. And Srila Prabhupada extensively quoted the verses from the Queen Kunti prayers. Not only that, he has compiled a book called uh, Teaching of Queen Teaching of Queen Kunti has been uh, teaching is compiled. And when Prabhupada was in the beginning, Prabhupada nobody was there. Prabhupada was so interested in praying and reciting the verses. Srila Prabhupada, what he did that he bought one tape recorder. He bought one tape recorder, and he was which is the equivalent rent to his house he was staying in the beginning. So what he did that he was rendering prayers and meditating on these verses on Queen Kunti, particularly at the time of danger like this. So these prayers, which is comprises of the wonderful verses, the Canto 1, chapter 8 of Bhagavatam. This wonderful and beautiful prayers of Kunti Maharani was immortalized in the pages of Bhagavatam, and the devotees they release these prayers, they meditate on the prayers. So prayer is very very important part of our spiritual life, spiritual practice. Prahlad Maharaj says the nine process of bhakti. Nine process, the bandhana of prayer. Prayer is very much integral part of this nine process of bhakti. And it is stated that Akrura, there's a beautiful verses, it is stated that Akrura was Akrura was very much, I mean, anyone who did it, even one of the leaves of bhakti, he can be, he can be perfect. So in this regards, it is stated is here that Sri Vishnu Savani Parikit Maharaj become perfected by hearing about Krishna Katha. And Abhabhavat Vaishakhi Kirtane. Vaishakhi means Sukadev Goswami. Sukadev Goswami become perfected by simply Kirtan. Prahlad Smarane. Prahlad Maharaj remembering he became perfect. Tad Angri Bhajane Lakshmi Puntu. So Bhajana Lakshmi Devi and Prithu Pujana. Worshipping is Prithu and Angri Bhajane means by serving Lakshmi Devi, by serving this transcendental body of the Lord, she became perfect. Prithu Maharaj by worshipping. And Akrurata Abhivandani. Akrura by Abhivandani means worshipping, sorry, praying. Maharaj Parikit attained the highest perfection shelter at Lord Krishna lotus feet simply by hearing about Lord Vishnu. Sukadev Goswami attained perfection simply by reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. Prahlad Maharaj attained perfection by remembering the Lord. Goddess of the goddess of the goddess of fortune attained perfection by massaging the transcendental legs of Vishnu. Maharaj Prithu attained perfection by worshipping deity. Akrura attained perfection by offering prayers. So offering prayers is very, very important. When you hear you say that how Akrura got the highest perfection by prayers. So Srimad Bhagavatam, there are many transcendental prayers by the exalted devotee who are immortalized in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, starting from the Vismadev Maharaj, so many Durba Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prince Maharaj, Akrura, and so many in Gopis, Gopi Gita and all Gopis prayers by Asur. In this way, whole Bhagavatam is all about the prayers of the exalted devotee, glorification of the Krishna, because that makes our spiritual growth. That is the integral part of our advancement in Krishna consciousness, the prayer. So therefore, there are six ways. Sukadeva Goswami, when he was before reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, he was doing a Mangalarchan. In that Mangalarchan, he told that there are six ways to connecting to the God. So let us know what are the six ways. The beautiful verses by Sukadeva Goswami. Yat kirtanam, yasmaranam, yadikram, yadvandanam, yassarvanam, yadarhanam, lokasya sadhya vidunati masam tasmai subhadra sarvasya namo namaha. The sixth way of connecting God is let me offer obeisances let me my respectful obeisances unto all auspicious Lord Krishna, Sri Krishna, about whom the glorification. First is glorification means chanting or glorifying, remembering. Audience means sing, prayers, that is called bandhana. Yat kirtanam, yes shravanam, yes smaranam, yat bandhanam, hearing, yes shravanam, by hearing, worshipping, and at once changes the effect of all sin of performance. So here it is the sixth way to connecting to the God by glorifying, by remembering, by seeing, by prayer, by hearing, by worship. So hearing is very, very important. Therefore, it is said that yat bandhanam, yat bandhanam. So today we are going to discuss about the beautiful prayer by Queen Kunti to Lord Krishna. So we start with the Canto 1 with this beautiful verses starting from the little bit of uh, so Sri Krishna, what happened, Lord Krishna, after the Kurukshetra war, he established Maharaj Yudhishthira as a Chakravarti Samrat emperor. He did Ashwamedha Yajna and all. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is the emperor because Krishna has come with the purpose of establishing Dharma. And Yudhishthira Maharaj is the embodiment of Dharma. The Pandavas are embodiment of the Dharma. Not only that, they are also exclusively pure devotees of the Lord. They are always looking exclusively looking the protection from the Lord, for in all circumstances. Therefore, they are very dear to Krishna. So Krishna is prepared after establishing everything. Krishna now prepared for the departure to his kingdom. Invited the son of Pandu after having been worshipped by Brahman headed by Srila Vasudev, Lord also reciprocated greeting. So Krishna here, one point, important point, Prabhupada has said in his purport that although Krishna is a Kshatriya, the Kshatriyas are normally not to be worshipped by Brahmanas. But Vasudev and all, they know the identity of the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, they offer obeisance to the Krishna. That is whole idea. So then what happened? So is reciprocated the greetings. Then as soon as he seated himself on the chariot to start the Dvaraka, he saw Uttara hurrying. Uttara is the wife of Abhimanyu, which is the son of Arjuna. So at that time was pregnant. After the death of Abhimanyu, Uttara is supposed to die. Actually, he's supposed to uh, not leave. Actually, I mean, but he was like she was pregnant. She was pregnant with Parikshit Maharaj. So he was hurriedly coming to the Lord with a beautiful prayers. He told Pahi Pahi Mahajogi Deva Deva Jagat. te nanyam twadabhayam tasya yatra mrityu parasparam. Uttara said, O Lord of the universe, you are greatest of all mystics. Please protect me, protect me. There is no one else who can save me from the clutches of death in this world of duality. So the important point here, Uttara is approaching. He did not, as he did not approach to Pandavas. Pandavas also great warrior, but he approached to the Lord because he knows the Supreme Lord who is the protector of everybody. Oh my God, you are all powerful. A fiery iron arrow is coming towards me fast. My Lord, let me born personally if you so desire, but please do not let me born about my embryo. Please do me this favor, my Lord. So this incident took place after the death of Abhimanyu, the husband of Uttara. Abhimanyu's widow, Uttara, should have followed the path of her husband, but because she was pregnant, Maharaj Parikshit, a great devotee of the Lord, was lying in the embryo. She was responsible for his protection. The mother of a child has a great responsibility in giving all protection to child. Therefore, Uttara was not ashamed to express this frankly before Lord Krishna. Uttara was a daughter of great king, the wife of great hero, and student of a great devotee. The lady was the mother of a good king also. She was fortunate in every respect. So he was coming to Lord and approaching. Sutta Goswami say, having patiently heard her word, Lord Krishna, who is always affectionate to his devotee, would at once understand that Asvatthama, son of Dronacharya, had thrown a brahmastra to finish the last life of Pandava. So this Asvatthama, actually, before that, Asvatthama also sent a brahmastra, which was counteracted by Arjuna and withdrawn. Then he was supposed to be killed, but because of Draupadi was soft-hearted, so Draupadi is forgiven the Asustama. Asustama is very vindictive. He took the revenge. He thought that last sign of the dynasty is the Parikshit Maharaj, who is in the embryo of Uttara, his mother. So therefore, he wanted to kill, complete the future generation, last sign of the dynasty. That is Parikshit Maharaj. Therefore, he threw a brahmastra to destroy that embryo. Foremost among the great thinker Munis, seeing the glaring brahmastra proceeding toward them, Pandava took up their five respective weapons. The, the Almighty Personality of Godhead, Krishna, having observed that great danger was befalling his unalloyed devotee who were fully surrendered soul, at once took up his Sudarshan Chakra to protect them. So Lord Krishna, to counteract the Brahmastra, he took up his Sudarshan Chakra, infallible Sudarshan Chakra. Lord of the supreme mysticism, Sri Krishna reside within everyone's heart as a Paramatma. As such, just to protect the progeny of the dynasty, he covered the embryo Uttara by his personal energy. So he saved the Parikshit Maharaj. Brahmastra weapon released by the Asustama was irresistible without check or counteraction. It was neutralized, foiled when confronted by the strength of the Lord. That is the exception. So it is said that Brahma Jyoti, transcendental effulgence, is resting of Lord Krishna. Brahma nahi aham pratishtha. Krishna says Bhagavad Gita, this Brahman effulgence is resting on me, on my, the glowing effulgence known as Brahma is nothing but the rays of the Lord, bodily rays. So therefore, the strength of the Lord is supreme. We cannot counteract. It is neutralized by supreme strength of the Lord. Weapon Brahmastra released by Asustama was neutralized, foiled by Lord Krishna by his own energy. Say he did not wait for any other help because he is absolute. There is no need of any help because God is absolute and it's therefore he counteracted. So Brahmana do not think is to be especially wonderful in the activity of mysterious infallible personality of God by his own transcendental energy. He creates, maintains, annihilates all the although he himself is unknown. So it is not to be wonderful by this kind of activities of the Lord. Wonderful activities of the Lord. Because Lord is supreme potence, omniscient, omnipotent. He creates, he destroys, he maintains everything. Janma, so there is nothing to be wonderful of the Lord. By seeing all these things, Queen Kunti was there. So Queen Kunti, although she is senior to the Lord, but after seeing this wonderful activity of the Lord, she offered a very wonderful prayer, 25 verses, beautiful prayers in glorification of the Lord. This prayer is like very, very important, that embodying that economy of pinnacle of Christian consciousness. How surrender is very, very important. कुन्त्युवाच नमस्ते पुरुषं भोजाम् ईश्वरं प्रकृते अलक्ष्यं सर्वभूतानाम् अन्तर्बहिर्भूतम्. Very nice prayer. Prabhupada extensively given lecture on these prayers, on these verses. O Srimati Kunti said, "O Krishna, I offer my obeisance unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the quality of material world. You are existing both with and without everything, yet you are invisible to all." Very important. First of all, offering obeisance. Namaste. This is the thing that one should, as soon as enter, not only one should offer obeisance to the Supreme Lord, also to the devotees of pure devotees of the Lord. So therefore, as soon as we come before the Lord, we say Dandavat Pranam. We fall down, like a prostrated obeisance to the Lord. Lord say Manmuna Bhava Madabhakta Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru. That is called Namaskuru. Krishna said four things to come back to him. What is that four things? Mam Namaskuru is called Namasya. So Namaskaram, this is very important. This is offering obeisances in the beginning. So Brahma also praying. Everything is praying. Brahma is very nice praying. Then for my obeisance unto the God. The 10 canto, 40 canto, whole Brahma prayers are there. So here Kuntidevi is praying, "Oh Krishna, I offer my obeisance." Although he's senior, she's senior, she's the aunt. Vasudev, sister is Kunti, and Vasudev is the father of Krishna. In this way, Kunti Devi is the aunt of Krishna. Although senior, but she knows the identity of Krishna. Therefore, she render very heartfelt devotion. Heartfelt. Pure devotion. Because you are the original personality. So offering obeisances is most important. But whom to offer obeisances? Not any original personalities. This Sanskrit means you can easily, you can explain easily. Kunti was Namaste Purusham Todya. You are the original Purusha. Sometimes they say that Lord is female. No. You say Purusham Todyam, original Purusha. Arjuna also say Param Brahma Paramadhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Saswastam Divyam. Purusha means supreme joy. Prakriti means we are joy. So we are all actually Prakriti. But falsely we are thinking that I am the enjoyer. I am the master. Therefore, here material existence. Because in Vaikuntha there is only one master, one Purusha, that is Krishna. Purusha Uttama. There is only one Purusha. Nobody can be master. Therefore, we have to create Krishna out of this causeless mercy. He created this material world to fulfill our so-called desire that I am the master. Therefore, in material world, everybody Purusha Prakustita Vunjate Prakriti na Jan. I'm thinking I'm the master. I'm not the kingdom of God and without God. That is our pitfall. Therefore, we are taking birth from one species. We are migrating from one species to another species. Because I am thinking I am the master. So my activities are on this platform, false platform. So therefore, to whom to offer obeisance? Purusham, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ishvara Param Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. Anadiri Adiri Govindaya Sachidananda. He is the only Purusha. We all are feminine energy. We are Prakriti. We enjoy it. Material world is called opera, inferior. Energy of the Lord is but inferior, but we experience more superior qualities. Therefore, Kuntidevi first of all is telling, offering obeisance to Purusha, who is the Supreme Personality of God. Ekelo Krishna Arasarve Buddha, only Krishna is the master. Everybody is servant. But we have forgotten. Instead of serving the God, we are serving the dog, we are serving the society. Everybody is serving because the propensity of serving is always there. This is our constitutional position. We are the servant of the God. It's the Krishna Das. But that service propensity is misused, misdirected. Therefore, we are suffering in this material world. We are frustrated. So therefore, saying Namaste Ishwaram Prakate Param. Ishwara. Ishwara is controller. Everybody is more or less controlled. But supposing in a family, husband is controller. Sometimes wife also controller. Mostly. Prime Minister is controller. A captain is controller. Everybody is more or less controller. There is no control. But the controller is subject to stipulated time period. They cannot be controller internal or permanently. That is the problem. One can be prime minister, one can be the CEO of a company, owner of the company for a certain time. Because material world is sakshi, it's temporary. Bhuta bhuta praliyate. It has got expiry. So therefore, we so-called controller in the material world is under the stringent law of material nature. That means they they have a certain period of time they can become controller. Just like British Empire, just like Greek Empire, certain Napoleon Bonaparte, Hitler, certain time they become controller, but not eternally, permanently. But here, Kuntidevi is addressing Krishna as Ishwaram Prakate Param. He is not a temporary control. He is eternal. Prakate Param, beyond this Prakriti, beyond this material nature. Because material nature is Bhuta Bhuta Praliyate. It comes and manifested, it does not manifest. It is transient, temporary, asastri. But Krishna is that kind of controller who is Prakati Param. He is not subject to the time. He is eternally the master, eternally the controller. Alakyam Sarvabhutanam Antar Bahiravastitam. Then Kuntidevi says, every process, every line is so much of philosophy. We have no time actually. Otherwise, we should have given days and days on these verses. This verse. Prabhupada has given so many classes on these verses, so many classes. So we will go to this. Yeah, yes. So Alakyam Sarva Bhutanam. What is that? Alakyam Sarva Bhutanam means invisible to all living entities. Antar Bahi. Although you are existing inside and outside. So how he is existing inside outside, but still is invisible? That is the important point to know. So how Antar Bahi? Inside, as he said in Bhagavad Gita, Sarvabhutanam Hudaya he is everybody's heart. He is sitting every heart as a super is there. And outside, everything is energy. Ham sarvasya prabhava mata. Everything is energy. Everything is supreme law actually. Is everywhere, existing within now. To see him is difficult. It is invisible to the not to the devotees, is invisible to the non-devotees. The Yogis want to see the Lord. Whole idea of the meditation, how to see the Lord with it. See, yogis go to Himalaya, see Gatena Manasa Paschatya Yogina. What is the meaning of Dhyan? The yoga does not mean that fat reducing. Yoga means to see the Lord, the heart within. Where is the size, super soul size? As Vishnu is 400 form is there. Size of the super soul. So they are meditating to see the Lord. And the bhaktas are they are trying to see the Lord by their devotional service. But his alakyam invisible. Why is invisible? Invisible to non-devotee. Krishna say, Naham sarvasya prakasa yogamaya samarthi. Sometimes people challenge, can you show God? Sir, do you have qualification to see God? Prabhupada say, have you qualification to see God? Why you are so interested to see God? First of all, you get the qualification. You know what is the qualification? You don't know how you can have a desire. First deserve, then desire. Naham prakasa sarvasya yogo maya samarvitam. Mudhayam navijananti loko mamajam abhya. Krishna says, I am never manifest to the fullest enough. For them, I am covered by my internal potency. Therefore, they do not know me. I am unborn inexistent. So he is not obliged to show us because the foolish and unintelligent person, Krishna said, I am covered with my internal potency. They cannot see him. Therefore, he said, Alakyam sarvabhutanam Kuntidevi. You are not visible. Yes, but you are visible to devotee. प्रेमाञ्जनचरितभक्तिविलोचनेन सन्तः सदैव हृदेषु विलोक्यन्ति यमसामसुन्दरमचिन्तगुणस्वरूपं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. You are visible to devotee. Why visible to devotee? Because devotee is their eyes. Because you cannot see the Lord in our blunt eyes, material eyes, contaminated eyes. To see the Lord, one need uh, uh, one need to be um, one need to have a purification. So therefore, Krishna consciousness process is a purificatory process. How to purify? Whole idea to purification of the purification of the senses, purification of the mind, purification of the intelligence. Entire purification we need. Without purification, we cannot. Krishna is, we cannot see the Lord. He said that Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadeva Hudeshu Vilokanti Yam Sama Sundaram Achinta Gunaswarupam Govinda Adi Purusam Tamaham. So I worship Govinda Prima Lord who is Sam Sundar Krishna himself with inconceivable innumerable attributes, whom the pure devotees see in their heart with heart of hearts, with the eyes of devotion tinged with salve of love. So how we can see? By the tinge of love. Without love, without anointed with the love, we cannot see the Lord. That is not possible. That is not possible. So therefore, only way to see the Lord is by the qualification. Qualification to see the Premanjana. Krishna also say in Bhagavad Gita that how Arjuna you can see me. These beautiful verses he say very nicely. Bhaktya tu ananna yasakya aham me vido Arjuna gyantum dastum cha tattena praveshtam cha parantapa. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you. It cannot be seen directly. There's a process of seeing the Lord. You cannot just see the Lord. We have to purify ourselves. Therefore, our Krishna consciousness process is a purification process. Savanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, all this process of Prabhupada Bhakti to purify us. We are now at this stage, we are conditioned, we are contaminated. We cannot see the Lord face to face. It is not possible. So there's a beautiful verses Krishna say that how one can see the Lord face to face. There's a beautiful verses in this regard, how to see the Lord face to face. So Krishna himself say by the process of Savanam Kirtanam, So we can see the Lord face to face. Very nice verses, this one. This one spoken by Narada Muni. How to see the Lord face to face. Everybody wants to see the Lord, but they do not have this qualification. O best of King, one who is faithful, who is always hearing the glories of Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is always engaged in the culture of Krishna consciousness, in hearing of the Lord activities, very soon become eligible to see Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. This is the process, always hearing about the Lord activities. In this way, purifies. Sinvatam Sokatha Krishna, Punya Sravana Kirtana, Udam Tustani Avadrani, all this Avadrami, as long as we have Avadrani, all infection or contamination, impurity, we cannot see the Lord. Therefore, he said that Alaksham, I am invisible. Kunti Maharani praying invisible to everyone. Although he is there, we cannot. Although he is there in the heart, why we cannot see? Because we are contaminated by passion and ignorance. What is passion and ignorance? Tadaraj tamo bhava. Cheta vedam. Lobo, kama lobo. Lost and greed. These are symptoms that we are infected by the disease called mode of passion and mode of ignorance. How can we see the Lord? It is stated in this Bhagavatam, everywhere it is, there is a beautiful verse, it is stated that although Lord is in the heart, why we cannot see the Lord? Which is so close to us. In this verses, very nice 8:24:52. My Lord, you are the supreme well-wishing friend of everyone, the dearmost friend, the controller, the super soul, the supreme instructor, the giver of supreme knowledge, the fulfillment of all desire. But although you are within the heart, the foolish because of lusty desire in the heart cannot understand. Because of lusty desire, we cannot. So we have to purify. Therefore, hearing is the process. Hearing is the process. We can see the Lord even in the subtle form. Can see the Lord in his subtle form also. We can see like how he is Sachidananda form, and we can see the Lord in the subtle form, face to face with subtle form. That is this process is that we cannot just demand. Oh, I want to see the Lord. Krishna says this beautiful verses that how to see the Lord in his subtle form. In these verses, he spoke to Uddhava that when a diseased eye is treated with medical ointment, it gradually recovers its power to see. Similarly, the conscious of living entity cleanses himself of material by hearing and chanting the pious narration of my glory, he regains his ability to see. Absolute truth. In my subtle spiritual form. You can see the Lord's spiritual form, Sachidananda Vigraha, full of bliss, full of knowledge, full of eternity. That's Sachidananda Vigraha. We can see face to face by the process of hearing and glorifying. Krishna himself is saying, he himself is saying, how we can see me, not that we just demand without deserve, we demand, we command. No, first of all, you should have, you cannot demand, you should deserve first. Simply desiring cannot. So this is the first verse of Queen Kunti. Then we go to the second one, which is almost similar to this. So he says that why you are hidden, why you not Maya Javanika Chanam Agya Agya Abhayam Lokasya Mudhadisya Nato Natyadhara Jatha. Very nice verse. Being beyond the range of limited self-perception, you are the eternally irreproachable factor covered by the caution of deluding energy. You are invisible to the fullest observer, exactly as an actress that a player is not recognized. Very, very important. See, all the things should be understood and don't be remain like neophyte. You should read Prabhupada's books. He explained very nicely books and lectures. So how Lord Maya Javanikaschatam, the foolish observer cannot see because Lord is covered by the Maya, curtain of Maya. And how just like father, a father is acting in a drama. He is acting as somebody else. The mother and child is sitting there. They cannot understand. The child is saying, "Oh, where is my father? He is not my father." Exactly, exactly, because of child cannot understand. Exactly, we do not know how um, less intelligent person is thinking. They are thinking that, oh, they are ordinary person. Just like a child thinking, because of childish nature, ignorant, is thinking that, oh, he is not my father. Similarly, this ordinary, they are thinking that he is an ordinary man. Therefore, Krishna says, Avajananti mama mutta manusim tanvachitam. Ajananta param mama. Avajananti mama mutta. Fools, unintelligent people, they do not know me when I come. So therefore, Kuntidevi is saying less intelligent person who are rebel against the Lord, like Asura, they do not recognize. Ravana never recognized. Hiranyakashipu never recognized. Hansa never recognized Krishna because they are Asuras. They defy, decry supremacy of God. Therefore, for them, you have covered. You are covered with cotton of Maya. That is what Kunti Devi is trying to. Kunti Devi is trying to say that you are, although you are everywhere, but the asuras cannot because they are unintelligent. Ekapyasura chaitam jagadanda koti koti swasesa. Sorry, yashchakurasti, yashchakurasti, yashchakurasti jagadanda. Jagadanda, what is that? The beautiful verses. Andhantarasta paramanu Govinda Ekapyasura chaitam jagadanda kotim yaschakirasti jagadanda chayantarastam andantarastam paramanu chayanta. He is available in every, even in atom. Sarvabhutana udasitishthati Arjuna. Sarvabhutana, every living entity, even in microbe is there. But why it is invisible? But unintelligent person they do not recognize. Because he is covered by the Krishna, covered them, covered himself by the curtain of Maya. Otherwise, he is all pervading everywhere. Ekopyasura chaita. Andantarasta, even in Paramanu. Atom also. So this is why Maya Dvaraka. Therefore, Krishna, another name is that he is beyond our material sense perception. You want to see Lord, you should have acquired the proper qualification. That means your eyes has to be purified. You have to purify it from the contamination, material contamination. Then only you can see. Therefore, his name, another name is Adhakshaja. Adhakrita, Akshaja, iti Adhakkaja. Akshaja means beyond sense perception. Adhikrita Akshaja, beyond the material sense perception. That is called Akshaja. Therefore, he is not available. Then we will go to the next prayer. We will to finish the 25th, all these prayers. So, it will go a little faster. तथा परमहंसानां मुनीनाममला अमलात्मनं भक्तियोगविधानार्थं कथां पश्यामि श्रियः. Very nice. Who can see me? You yourself descend to propagate the transcendental science of devotional service onto the heart of advanced transcendentalists and make these people better, who are purified, being able to discriminate between matter and spirit. How then we women know perfectly? So who can see? Here Devi is telling even the great philosopher cannot, speculator, philosophical cannot ever access to region of the Lord. It is said that in Upanishad, the Supreme Lord, absolute truth is beyond the range of thinking power of the greatest philosopher. Even in it is stated in Brahma Samhita that Panthastu Koti Satyavachara Sampragamya Vayurathapi Manosa Muni Pangavanam Sotyasya Prapata Simni Avishitta Tattva Govindam Guru Samtam. One can millions of years they can try to speculate, but they cannot understand. Only way he is unknowable to get learning by greatest brain also. But he is knowable by one who has a mercy. Without mercy of the Lord, one cannot. He has come here to propagate the devotional service and give his causeless mercy to all these transcendentalists. Without mercy, it is not. It is corroborated. That how one can know? A mental speculator cannot know. A erudite scholarship you can only by blessing only one can know. This is stated in the beautiful verses by Brahma prayer. Brahma praying also similar. Brahma say that अथापीते देव पदाम्बुजोय प्रसाद लेशानुग्रहाय वै जानति तत्त्वं भगवान् महिमा न चन्यैकम् न चन्यैकोऽपि चिरं विचिन्वा. So here Brahma praying that, my Lord, if one is favored by even a slight trace of mercy of your lotus feet, then he can understand the greatness of it. But those who speculate to understand Supreme Personality of Godhead are unable to know it, even though they continue to study Vedas for many years. That is the process, that is the method of knowing the Lord. They will say that even the great speculator, they Munina, so for them you cannot also understand, know about. What to speak about me, innocent woman? Of course, he is not an innocent woman, but he is playing the role of that. He is very humble. Humility is the kingdom of God. Meek and humble inner is the kingdom of God. So she is showing his humbleness, humility. Otherwise, if she is so innocent, so low, why Krishna has to appear in this family as an aunt? Krishna is cannot appear in a weekend family. Krishna appears in those pure devotee family. Kunti Maharani, Yashoda Maya, Nanda Maharaj, Vasudev Devaki. Therefore, he is saying, I am innocent woman, I cannot know. But how to know the Lord? By his little slight. See, for Tattvadarshi, those who are spiritual master, they are called Tattvadarshi. Tattvadarshi means he has got the slightest trace. Otherwise, how one can be Tattvadarshi? Without mercy, nobody can become Tattvadarshi. Krishna Shakti Vina Nahi Tara Pravachana. Why it is stated without Krishna mercy one cannot preach? Because without Krishna mercy one cannot understand the Lord. If one cannot understand what to speak about preaching his glories, therefore slightest Prabhupada is written, slightest mercy one can understand the Lord. Athapite Deva Padamadada. So in this way, he is praying that Amala Atmanam. Amala Mala means dati. As soon as we have datiness in the heart, as long as we have datiness, we cannot see the Lord. Therefore, he is telling Amala Atmanam. Know by those who are paramahans. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Chananda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo. Beautiful prayer. So let me therefore offer my respectful obeisance unto the Lord who has become son of Vasudeva, pleasure of Devaki, the boy Nanda and other cowherd men Vrindavan, and livener of cows. So here, Lord is unapproachable by any material asset. Out of unbound and causeless mercy descend to the earth as he is referred to. So special mercy to his unalloyed devotees to diminish the upsurge of demoniac pattern. So Queen Kunti adores the incarnation of the Lord because he comes to that purpose. Otherwise, he cannot be understood. He has purpose to give mercy to this pure devotee. Brahma also praying in this regard. Brahma say that uh, Brahma say that anugrahaya bhaktanam manusim deham astita bhajate tadris kida yes sutta paro bhave. So Brahma say when the Lord assume a human-like body to show mercy to his devotee, that is whole idea of coming. Killing of demons is not his primary cause of descent. It's not the primary cause of descent because it is just parallelly he is doing it, but it is not primary descent. Because these demons can be killed without even Lord personally coming. but he personally comes to show his mercy to the devotees. He engages in such pastime as will attract or hear about them to become dedicated. Whole idea is to show mercy to his devotees. Brahma also said in another passage somewhere that my Lord, you have nothing to do with prapanan, prapanancham, prapancham nisprapanchapi, vidhambayase bhutale, janathananda, sandham, sandham pratikam. Brahma also say, my dear master, although you have nothing to do with material existence, you come to this earth, imitate material life, just to varieties of ecstatic enjoyment for your son. Kunti Maharani also praying the same thing. But you cannot be approached by the material assets. No. You are approached only by the pure devotees. By your mercy, you have come here, you have descended, the incarnation, Sambhavami Juge Juge. You have come and descend in all the various incarnations to show your mercy to devotees. And at the same time, you kill your miscreants also. Therefore, he is praying, Namapankaja Nabhaya, Namapankaja Mali, I'm sorry, he is now praying that Namaste, Krishna Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaya Cha, Nanda Gopakumara, Govindaya Namo. So, prayers are very beautiful. Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaya Cha, Nanda Gopakumara, Govindaya. So, next verse is also very nice. Nama Pankaja Nabhaya, Nama Pankaja Malini, Nama Pankaja Netraya, Namaste Pankaja. So here my respectful obeisance unto thee, you whose abdomen marked with depression like a lotus flower, who are always decorated with garland of lotus flower, whose glance is as cool as lotus, whose feet are engraved with lotus. Why Krishna is called compared to lotus? Because these are the things Kuntidevi is saying that your everything, your um, Nama Pankaja Nava and Pankaja Malini Nama, everything is your like compared to lotus. Your eyes are like a lotus petal. Lotus is beautiful. So this why Krishna is actually is compared. Here are some specific symbolic marks on spiritual body of personality of Godhead, which distinguishes body from the bodies of all others. They are all special feature of the body. Lord may appear as one of us, but is always distinct by specific bodily feature. So the Kunti claims herself unfit to see the Lord because of her being woman. This is claimed because women, Sudra, labor class, and the Javandu are a rich descendant of the higher three classes are unfit by intelligence to understand transcendental subject matter concerning to spiritual name, fame, absolute. Such person, although they are unfit to enter into spiritual affair of the Lord, can see him as the Vigraha who descend to the material world just to distribute favor to the fallen soul, including the above mentioned women, Sudra, the Javandu, because such cannot see anything beyond the matter. Lord continues to enter into each member of the universe as the who grows lotus stem from a lotus like depression at the center of his transcendental laptop. Thus Brahma, the first living being in the universe, is born. Therefore, the Lord known as Pankaja Nabhaya. Pankaja Nabhi means so because Lord is coming out from the depression of the navel. So it is called Pankaja Nabha. From a lotus feet, Lord is Brahma is born, which is stemming out from the Lord's navel. Lord Pankajanavi, Lord accept Ashtabigraha. He is transcendently formed in different elements, namely form with mind, form made of it. So he is appeared as different form because it is said that all these unintelligent class like Sri, Dijabandhu, and Sudra, they cannot approach the Lord face to face. Therefore, for them, Lord has appeared as Ashtabigraha. O Husikies, a master of sense, O Lord of the Lord, you have released your mother Devaki, who was imprisoned and distressed by the envious King Kansa, me and my children from series of constant death. So here Kuntidevi is now remembering the Lord is the eternal protector. Eternal protector, how? She was Devaki, which is the mother of Krishna and sister of King Kansa. So how he was in prison along with his husband, and because of this envy of Kansa, therefore Krishna, eight son of Krishna. So and not only that, they were all the sixth son of the Devaki was killed by Kansa. Seventh son is Balaram, which migrated. I mean, migrated to Rukmini, Krishna is the eighth child. So how Krishna saved? So that was has been now is recollecting. He is recollecting the glories of the Lord. The conclusion is that Krishna endows more favor to his devotees. Great danger. Who is in great danger? Sometimes he put in such a danger so that in that condition help the devotee become more attached to the Lord, more attachment to their more success in the devotee. That's whole life. Sometimes Krishna is himself put to test. The Pandavas were actually they were all the life they were in danger, but they have never received any protection from anybody else. Exclusively Krishna. Krishna is their exclusive protection. That intensify our bhakti. More and more we looking for anxious for Krishna, looking for Krishna, praying for Krishna in a dangerous situation. More we success, more intensify our Srila Prabhupada when he was 1975, before he went to India. That time there was a malaria in Vrindavan and everybody got sick. Prabhupada has got 105 and it was not receding the fever. Then he asked his devotees, disciple to pray the Narsingha mantra. Also he told that the Kuntidevi prayer. He used to give an example how Kuntidevi in danger is praying to the Lord. So therefore, Krishna is more favorable when one is in danger in praying. You can have seen that how Gajendra is in a precarious situation offering prayer to the Lord. The Lord personally comes to protect him. How Draupadi is praying, Hey Govinda, Hey Krishna, Hey Gopijanapriya. In a very distressed condition, he was she was praying to the Lord, and Lord immediately comes and gave him immeasurable length of cloth to protect him, just protect her. Therefore, conclusion is that so this is the conclusion that how Lord is helping in a dangerous situation if somebody prays. So Lord is very much approachable. My dear Krishna, your Lordship has protected us from a poison king, from a great fire, from a cannibal, from vicious assembly, from suffering during our exile in the forest, from the battle where great general fought. Now you have saved us from the weapon of our soul. So he is now recollecting all the instances where Lord is protecting. List of dangerous encounters submitted here. Devaki was once put in, Devaki was once put into difficulty by her envious brother. Otherwise, she was well. But Kuntidevi was not put into one difficulty after another for years and years. Actually, the danger of Kuntidevi is much more than Devaki, because there continuously has been they had been put in very precarious situation, dangerous situation, very troublesome situation. So in this way, is recounting all these things. There's a beautiful prayer by Kunti Devi. So when Kunti Devi is recollecting all the things, so now he's praying a very nice, very interesting verse. Prabhupada says very, very interesting verses. Vipada santusta saswat tatra tatra jagat guru bhavadarsanam bhavatadarshanam yasada punar bhavadarsanam. Very beautiful verses. That here in these verses it is said that Kunti Devi is praying, I wish all those calamities would happen again and again, so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see the repeated birth and death. So these are very, very interesting verses. Nobody goes to the Lord asking for calamities. Lord, give me some danger. Lord, give me calamity. Rather, Krishna says, Chaturvida bhajante mam sukhitin arjuna. Artha arthati jigyansu gyan. Those who are in distress, who want money, who want inquisitive, who in knowledge, they approach the Lord to to eliminate the distress. But here Kuntidevi is completely his prayer is completely paradigm shift. He's saying, no, no, you give me calamity, you give me danger, so that I can see you. And seeing you means stopping this repetition. Bhavadarsana. Bhavat darsanam, not bhavadarsana. So that is a very interesting point. So devotees, when there is a danger, it is different. A devotee, a dangerous position, this dangerous position is always there. We cannot avoid. Of course, for devotee, the dangerous position becomes like a calf. It is reduced by the mercy of Krishna. But dangerous situation because the material world is full of dukkha and struggle for existence. Nobody can escape. This is the pitfall of the modern man. Prabhupada say that they are trying to adjust it, to make it dukkhalayam to sukhalayam. How it is possible? At the dispense of material nature, nobody can be free from danger. If you say that if you go to even higher planetary system, different planet, you cannot escape from the danger. Padam padam yad vi. But for devotee, it is a different situation altogether. For devotee, it is said that very nicely. So, tattenukampa susumikhyamanaha. Devotee, they tolerate it. They do not want to escape or something. They do not. Tattenukampa susumikhyamana bunjana ematma pitam vipakyam. Bhag vapubir vidhana namaste jivet mukti padasudaya. My dear Lord, you earnestly wait for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him, all the while patiently suffering the reaction of his past misdeed and offering you the respectful obeisances with his heart, words and body is surely eligible for liberation, for it has become rightful. So that is the question of devotee. Devotee in danger position, they were not distraught. They know that maybe I am suffering for my past karma. Therefore, let me offer my obeisances for the mercy of the Lord. God. Not that danger come, we stop praying Krishna. That is not the way. That is the materialistic. Materialistic, as soon as danger comes, they say that no God. What is this? God is not listening to me. If he is listening, why is he in danger? That is the equation. But devotee is also saying, that is those are pious person. They, if there is any calamity, they go to the Lord uh, to ask for this releasing from the misery. But the devotees are different. Devotee is praying because whenever there is a danger situation means there is opportunity to see the Lord. That is whole idea. Apunar Bhavadarshanam. Here it is called Apunar Bhavadarshanam. That means Apunar Bhavadarshanam. Because as soon as we see the Lord, what will happen? Apunar Bhava means to become. It's a repeated birth and death. To become is a repeated birth and death. So all this repetition of birth and death will stop as soon as we see the Lord. Dasanat bhavet mukti. Jagannath Puri Skandupurani say that if you see Jagannath, Dasanat bhavet mukti. You get liberation as soon as you see the Lord. Therefore, it is said that bhavatu darsanam vapunat bhavadarshanam. Padam padam vipadam. So therefore, it is said that one should take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so that one can stop this repeated birth and death. Samasritet pada pallava plabam mahatapadam punyaja samurari bhavam vadu vacha padam vacha padam padam yat padam natisam. The beautiful verses prayed by the Brahma. He tells that for those who have accepted the boat of lotus feet of the Lord, who is shelter of cosmic manifestations, famous as Murari, enemy of the Muradi man. The ocean of material world like a water contains Kafu. His goal is Paramapada Vaikuntha, the place where there is no material misery, not the place where there is a danger at every step. So here very important. So that means supposing we are all thrown into this ocean of insurmountable ocean of material. Even after we have a strong boat, you cannot cross it. Impossible. Bhave Isa Gunamai Mamamai Durata. Very difficult. Only way if we have accepted the lotus feet of the Lord, then we can easily cross. Whole insurmountable ocean become reduced to the size of a footprint of car. Small size, reduced to small size. That is the submission. That is the conclusion. Therefore, Kuntidevi knows that. Let the danger come. We will remember Krishna. We will see Krishna. By seeing Krishna means we can cross from existence. Ocean of material existence. The repetition of birth and death. Stop. Therefore, he is inviting, let the danger come, so that we will intensify our devotion. We will pray Krishna, we will seek. Pious people, they seek whenever there is danger, they approach Supreme Lord. What to speak about devotee? Devotee always prays, either in danger, not danger. Danger means more and more prayer. One time, some of the devotees were going by van for Sankirtan. They had an accident. Just the van was rolling down from the road by hitting a, I think, that time everybody prayed so much intensity, Namaste, Narasimhaya, and they were saved. They were giving it from experience that they have never chanted with that much of heartfelt, heart-rending, intense with so much in devotion. They never sang, they were never prayed Narsinga mantra with so much Narsinga Pranam mantra, so much intensity, devotional intensity, so much profundity, so much heart-rending, heart-filled, heart-filling. So therefore, in danger, we always have a tendency to intensify our prayer or work. That is very, very good so that we can invoke the mercy of the Krishna and stop this repetition of bhakti. So the next verse, oh, so many verses. So next verse, Kunti Devi is saying, "O King Parikshit, in a very short period of time, what next verse is speaking about that Janma Ishvara Sutta Srivi Edhamana Madhapuman Naivarati Avitatum Bhai Tam Akinchana Gochara." So very nice verse. My Lord, your Lordship can easily be approached but only by those who are materially exhausted, because one who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with a respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, bodily beauty, cannot address you with sincere feeling. This is a very good point. So here Akinchana Gocharam. Krishna is called Akinchana Gocharam. Why Akinchana Gocharam? Because when somebody was materially opulent, he become intoxicated. He becomes very much naturally this. I'm a rich man, I'm this man, why should I go to temple? Why should I pray to Lord? And so whole idea is that these people very already intoxicated and thinking that I am this, I am the great, just like Elon Musk. He want to go to heaven by his, he want to buy a house in land India. This all kind madness, all madness comes. They're very popular, very toxic. So they are not going to, they are not going to, what you say, uh, they are not going to the Lord because they have already popped up by their intoxication. Therefore, Narada Muni say that those Narada Muni very nicely explained in this process that Narada Muni say, among all the attraction of material enjoyment, the attraction of riches build one's intelligence more than having beautiful bodily feature, taking part in an aristocratic family, being learned. When one is uneducated or falsely puffed up by wealth, result is that one engages wealth in enjoying wine or material. So that is the thing. So very puffed up. and they do not approach the Supreme Lord with feeling. Kunti says this intoxication position. But madha, edhamana madha. Edhamana madha means edhamana. Madha means intoxicating position. So they cannot feel address. They cannot say Jaya Radha Madhava. They cannot address this. This kind of prayer will not. Feeling will not be there. So, but the poor, Kinchana means something material asset. Akinchana means no material asset. Devotee are called Akinchana, impoverished. Sometimes devotee are voluntarily impoverished, not impoverished, so that there will be no purpose. So they have feeling, they have no sufficient food, they have nothing. They, no, they have feeling that they can have a feeling because this helpless condition, they can very much feelingly utter the name of the Holy Ghost. Give me bread and water. Nowadays, people are saying, I am economically very nice, well off. Why should I go to church? Why should I go to temple? In this way, they do not approach. Therefore, Krishna says that Kuntidevi saying, "Makinchana go. You are not by good health, high education, all the things. They are intoxicating. They cannot approach you. The only person who is of Kinchana, they can approach you with feeling. So because these people are so much into intoxication, they do not know everything is become zero. All this material, however sophisticated environment you create, you cannot surpass. You are zero. At the time of death, you cannot take a single sense with you. Either you are Steve Jobs, he died 54 years. He could not take CEO, he cannot take Apple with him, cannot take one sense. Coffin has no purpose. So everything is zero zero at the time of death. But if you put Krishna, that is become value. One, zero, zero, zero. They do not know that. Thereafter, Lord Krishna, along with sorry, 827. We'll finish it soon because now Krishna is now Kuntidevi is praying the saying that my obeisances unto you who are properly materially impoverished, you have nothing to do with my action and reaction. It's a very nice process. We have no time otherwise. Namakin Namakinchana Vitaya Nivritti Gunavittaya Atma Ramaya Santaya Kaivalyapataya Nama. So Lord is beyond this material. He is not contaminated. He has nothing to do with action reaction of the material modes of nature. You are self-satisfied, therefore you are most gentle master. He is self-sufficient. Punnam. Satasahasra Lasmi Sabrama. He has not come to for you. No, give me something prasadam. He come to you because to give us opportunity to serve him. That's all. Otherwise, he is not self-sufficient. He is not after the butter. No, he is nothing. He does not lack of anything. Oh, Malam punna idam punnam punnam udicate punnasya punnam adaya punnam eva vasichyate. He is full. He is complete. You take out from complete also complete. Just like ocean, you take out some water, still ocean is filled. Therefore, the devotee are full ocean of mercy. So much mercy they have. You take out many mercy from devotee, still they are full of mercy. They've never running out of scarcity. So here it is said that Krishna, you are always satisfied. You have nothing to do with him, nothing, and you are beyond this material. Narayana Parabhakta. 10885 also it is said that Krishna is Hari Sakshat Nirguna. Hari Sakshat Nirguna. Hari is Nirguna Sakshat. Nirguna means no guna nai, no material qualities. Spiritual quality is innumerable, but he has no material quality. Actually, devotee is also Nirguna, no material quality. But devotee problem is that they have a tendency to be contaminated. Lord is always beyond. Hari Nirguna Sakshat. Purushe Prakata Paraha. So Hari is always no connection with material mode. He is Supreme Personality of Godhead. All thing eternal is transcendental to the material nature. That is the difference between living entity. Living entity also nirguna, but he is subject to the infected by material qualities. So this is what is offering prayers very nicely, that you are beyond this modes of material nature. Mayavadi sometimes they say that Mayavadi say that the Lord is nirguna, but when it comes to material world, they were infected. Why Lord is infected? Because before the material creation, Lord has nothing to do with material world, as Kuntidevi is praying. Before, they must have ever preached Bhagavatam, the first look Krishna spoke to Brahma. Before this creation of material, I was there. And after this material creation, material dissolution, I will be there also. I remain there. That means Lord has nothing to do with this one. Parabhakta, Narayana Parabhakta, Paratasmastvanya Sanatana. He is beyond this all this content. This was prayer, Kuntidevi praying, My Lord, I consider your Lordship be eternal time, the supreme control, without beginning and end. All are equal to everyone. Yes, this is a very good important point. So Lord is not partial. Lord is not impartial, is impartial. So here Krishna saying thus like a son. Son is not discriminating, giving his rays. His sun rays is available for everyone. So here therefore here he say that. So you have no you are partial. You have nothing to do with all the things. You have nothing. You are partial to everyone, impartial to everyone. You shower your mercy to everyone. In this way, there's a beautiful verses Bhagavad Gita. Krishna say that I envy no one, nor I am partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me, devotion is me. I am also friend to him. So Krishna is always impartial. He has nothing to do with this all. Of course, anybody who renders service bhakti, just like Prabhupada used to give example, a charitable person who is giving charity to every children, he is very impartial, but he is little more attentive to his own child. Similarly, Lord is more little attentive to his own devotees. That is the difference. Otherwise, Lord is impartial. Name Desho Name. Everybody is equal because everybody children. Sarvabhuta and that Sarva Jonis Kunti Aham Bija Pranam. He is the father of all living entities, even animals, not to speak about humans. So the next verses onward, the mystery of Krishna's appearance. Oh Lord, no one can understand your transcendental pastime, which appears to be human, and so are misleading. You have no specific object of favor, nor do you have any object of enemy. People only imagine that you are partial. So Lord is not impartial, as I told. Lord's mercy upon fallen soul is equally distributed. He has no one as specific object of hostility. Very conception of the personality of God that is human being is misleading. His pastime happens to be exactly like human being, but actually they are transcendental without any tinge of material contamination. They do not know. They are thinking that, oh, Krishna has come human being, is a human being. Although resembles, that is a special concession because we cannot understand the because this is avajananti mama buddha manusin tanuasitam param bhavan adananti mama buddha maheshwara. Krishna said, fools deride me when I descend in human form. They do not know me, my transcendental nature as Supreme Lord, all that. They are thinking Krishna is an ordinary person, or little bit more higher. No, Krishna is not the ordinary human being, although it resembles, because Krishna has come, resembles, is a special conscious living entity, so that we can relate him to God. related to his pastime. That is gives us an opportunity to relate it to us, related to or attracted to him. That is special. Bhaktivedanta so say that the resemblance of the Lord's form with human is a special concession, so that we can relate and we can hear about his pastime, we can discuss about pastime, we can have an opportunity to serve him. That is the idea of his Manusim Tanu Asritam. Anugrahaya Bhaktanam is a special mercy, so that we can relate. That is the prayer of Kunti Devi. So we will go back to prayer because we have other prayers also there. So here Kunti Devi is continuing praying that of course it is bewildering that you birth through you are inactive, that you take birth through you are the right and unborn. You yourself descend among the animal beings. This is very bewildering. It's very bewildering. So although you are unborn, still you are born. So it is bewildering how it is possible. Prabhupada said the transcendental pastime of the Lord are not only bewildering, but also apparently contradictory. In other words, they are all inconceivable to the limited thinking power of human being. Lord is all providing super soul. He appears in the form of boar among them, in the form of human being as Rama Krishna, in the form of Rusi like Narayana, in the form of an aquatic fish. Is unborn, he has nothing to do. In Suti Mantra, it says that Supreme Brahman has nothing to do. No one is equal and greater than him. He is manifold energy, and everything is performed by him perfectly by automatic knowledge. Strength acting. All these statements prove without question that Lord's forms and deed are inconceivable to our limited thinking power. His inconceivable power, everything possible to him. No one can calculate him exactly. Every action of the Lord is willing to commandment. It cannot be understood by the Vedic knowledge. Vedesu dullamam adullamam Advaitam Advaitam Ananta Rupam. He has so many forms he comes, so many incarnations. It's very difficult to understand. He comes as a boar, animal, this, that, so many. And still he is unborn. Krishna also say in Bhagavad Gita that although I am Arjuna and Arjuna asking that how can I know that you are the contemporary of the Sun God? You told you spoke to Sun God. Here Krishna say that yes, Krishna say is a mystery of his birth. अजोपिशन अभ्यात्मा भूतानाम ईश्वरोपिशन प्रकृतिम समधिष्ठाय संभवामि आत्मा माया. So here Krishna says, although I am unborn, my transcendental body never deteriorates. Although I am Lord of all living entity, by my internal energy I still appear in every millennium in my original form. It is very inconceivable. So his form is not like this. His appearance, incarnation is not very beautiful. He is born, unborn, in different incarnations. He comes as a very, very different incarnation. He say that Lord appeared very, very different incarnation. He said that, oh my Lord, by your own will you appear in various species of living entity, or animal, human being, demigod, others, to perform your transcendental pastime. You are not affected by material contamination. You come just to fulfill obligation of your own principle of religion. And therefore, O Supreme Personality, I offer my obeisance unto you, manifesting some different forms. Brahma is saying that. It's very bewildering. It's your will that you come in different form. It's very difficult to understand his mission. So Kunti Devi also praying this very nicely that my Lord, it's very bewildering that you come in different forms. The mystery of your appearance. My dear Krishna, Jasoda took up a rope to bind you when committed an offense, and your perturbed eyes overflowed with tears, which was the mascara from your eyes, and you were afraid, though fear personified is afraid you. This sight is built on. See, when Jasoda Maya is binding in Damodar Lila, and Lord is fearful. Lord who appears as a Gajantam to Hiranyakashipu, he becomes Rudantam. Rudantam Muhunnetra Yugmam Gajantam Param Bhaja Yugmena Santa Kaneta. Lord is crying, rubbing his eyes because Jasoda Maya about to beat him. that personality of Godhead, in the pure personified fears, and he is now feared by Ramaya. It is absolutely no doubt. So here it is. Kuntidevi is now bewildered. To speak out ordinary men. It is stated in these verses, first canto, that Soyam bhavati bhayam apanna samas samsitim ghoram yan nama vivasyanam tas sadya vimuchati yad vivati soyam bhayam. Fear personified. Everybody fears. Beautiful verse. They say that all these demigods, they fear of the Lord. The sun, moon, everything. Everybody is fear of the Lord. Vayat, bhati bhat, yam suriyatapati madhvayat, vas vasat indra dhayati madhvayat, gustu charati madhvayat. So it is because my supremacy that the wine flows. Out of fear of me, the sun shines. Out of fear of me, the Lord of the sends showers out of fear of me. Fire burns out of fear of me. Death goes about taking its toll out of fear of me. So everybody fear of me, but that personified is fear of me. That is given. That is called Lord. Lord is controlled by the Lord. Aham bhakta paradina swatantraiva. Lord is controlled. And Lord likes chastise because nobody can chastise him. Supreme Master. Vaikuntha, nobody can chastise him. So he want to be chastised. He loved to be chastised. So he enacted all this transcendental pastime, which is very bewildering to even Kuntidevi what to speak out other. Some say that Anban was taken bath for the glorification of the great pious king. Others say you took bath to please King Yadu, one of the dearest devotees. You appeared in his family, the sandalwood appears in Malaya. So many people say that because you have come for the particular family, obligation to particular family. But he is just like a sandalwood that grows in Malay Hill. Tree can grow anywhere, everywhere. Yet because the sandalwood tree grows most in the area of um, Malay Hill, they are interrelated. Therefore, conclusion is that Lord is ever unborn like the sun, yet he appears in the material world. In the same way, the sun rises in the eastern. Sun can appear in the western also. We are saying sun rises in the eastern region. Eh? Sun is never, uh, as the sun is never the son of eastern region. So the Lord is no one's son, but is the father of everything. Although he appears as somebody son, somebody brother, somebody husband, but no, he is the father of everything. Just like we say that sandalwood, Malay sandalwood can be grown everywhere because it's specifically born in uh, Malay hill. So we say Malay sandalwood. Similarly, Lord is unborn. It doesn't mean that if he appears in particular thing, that he is from that particular family. No, he is unborn. He is father of everybody. The other says, both Basudev Devaki prayed to you, have taken your bath as their son. Undoubtedly, you are unborn. You took your bath for it. This is again that how the Basudev Devaki underwent severe austerity to get a Lord like child like Lord. Lord said that nobody can be like me. So in this way, Lord appeared, but this is the mystery of the Lord. So different opinion, different statement is given by the different cause of your descent. Others say that world being overburdened like a boat at sea was much aggrieved, and that Brahma, with your son, prayed for you, have appeared in a diminish the trouble. So in this way, Kunti Devi is praying that different cause of your incarnation. You come because of Brahma to diminish the weight of Brahma. Yet others say that you appeared in order to innovate devotional service of hearing, remembering, worshipping, so in order to condition souls of might take advantages, get liberation. So here he's saying that you have come to reclaim the conditioned soul so that, and the process is renovating the devotional service of chanting and hearing. Because this chanting and hearing is the only process one can revive his Krishna consciousness. Therefore, Kuntidevi is praying Srivam Sanvanti Gayanti Grinanti Aviksnasa Smaranti Nandanti Tavaita Jana Taeva Pasanti Achirena Tavakam Bhava Pravaya Paramam Padam. O Krishna, those who continuously hear, chant, repeat your transcendental activities, take pleasure in others doing so, certainly see your lotus feet, which alone can stop the repetition. This is the process. Devotional service, starting with hearing and chanting, the process of stopping the repetition attended. Therefore, Kunti Devi is saying that there may be a reason that you have come to renovate the devotional service. People are not doing so. So you are renovating it. It is already declined. So you are coming to renovate. So, my Lord, you have executed duties yourself. Are you living today? Though we are completely dependent on your mercy, have no one else to protect us. Now, when all the kings are at enemy, this is exclusive. Pandavas are very most fortunate because all these calamities and all, they are always dependent on the Krishna. And Krishna has protected him, being a messenger, being a. There's beautiful verses by Vishmadev, that how you is very bewildering, that how the Supreme Lord become a messenger, become a charioteer, just like a menial servant serving the Pandavas. See, Lord is Bhaktavatsal, very much enduring, dear to devotees. So here Kunti Devi is telling that you are living to your Dvaraka, and this as the name fame of a particular body is finished with the disappearance of the living spirit. Similarly, if you do not look upon us, all our fame activities along with Pandavas will be at once. Just like we have got somebody called name. At the time of death, after death, everything disappears. Like there are so many people gone into oblivion. Napoleon Bonaparte, Hitler, Gandhi, Steve Jobs, they are gone into oblivion. Similarly, Kunti Devi praying, if you go leave us, if you do not glance your mercy on us, then this Pandavas, the Yadu dynasty will be finished. So they are considered Krishna as the exclusively eternal protector. This is called surrendering. Surrendering is not a possession. See, it is not a bhakti is not a possession. Bhakti is a surrender. Although Kunti Devi has got a familial relationship with Krishna, but still he is now saying the important thing is surrender. Oh oh Gadadhar Krishna, our kingdom is now being marked by the impression of your lotus feet. Therefore, it appears beautiful, but when you leave, it will no longer. Wherever Krishna is very auspicious. Mangalam Vishnu, Mangalam Pundarikakam, Mangalam Mangalayatanu Hari. Everything about Krishna is auspicious. So wherever Krishna, there is auspiciousness. And wherever there is not only Krishna, wherever there is Krishna Katha also auspicious. Sinvatam Sokostha Krishna, Punya Sravana. Therefore, Kunti Devi telling you are auspicious by your presence. If you leave, then there will be no auspicity. All these cities, villages are flourishing in all respect because crops and grains are abundant, trees are full of fruits, rivers are flowing, the hills are full of minerals, oceans are full of wealth. This is all due to your glancing over. So Krishna glancing is very important. And Krishna glances over us, that means it's our mercy upon us, look upon us, that means one is blessed. Krishna turn away, that means gone. Mare Krishna rakhe kiye, rakhe Krishna mare ki. O Lord of the universe, soul of the universe, or personality of form of the universe, please therefore sever my tie and affection for my kinsmen, Pandavas and Vrishni. This is very important. So love is not about the possession. Lord is about surrendering. A pure devotee of the Lord is ashamed of to ask anything in self-interest from the Lord. But the householder is sometimes obliged to ask favor from the Lord, bound by the tie of family affection. So the Kunti Devi was conscious of the fact, therefore she prayed to the Lord to cut off her affectionate tie, her own kinsman. The Pandavas and Vrishni. Pandavas are her own son and Vrishni is her own member of paternal family. Krishna was equally related to both families. Both family are equal to Lord's help because both were dependent on devotee of the Lord. So when the Kuntidevi wished Krishna to remain with her son of the Pandava, but by his doing so, her personal house should be bereft of benefit. All this personality, all this partiality troubled the mind of Kunti. Therefore, she desired to cut off the affection. Pure devotee cut off the limited tie of affection for his family, widen his activity of devotional service for all forgotten souls. Typical example of an of Goswami who followed the path of Krishna. Very important verses. It is not about the possession. Oh, he is my devotee, he's my Krishna is mine, Krishna. No. It is about surrendering. Every aspect also, just like Sada Goswami, they left everything. It's all their opulences. They come to adopt this mendicant. Satya tunam ase samandalapati. Sada tuchhapat. Dina Ganesha Kao. Open kantu. Kurpaya open kantao. Asita. Given up all their aristocracy. They become mendicant. What for? Not only for their personal development, personal enhancement of bhakti, but to propagate the bhakti. नाना शास्त्र विचारणिका धर्म प्रचारक लोकोनाम हितम करिनो to welfare of the people. So therefore, Kuntidevi telling, no, 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 you sit here. Because of family, you are obliged to help us. No, that is not actually good. Bhakti is not a possession. This is surrender. So let me cut off so that I can surrender. Not that, you are because you are family, you are obliged and you will help us. No. That is real devotional service, cut off the tie, all kind of things. Simply surrender, exclusive. Sarvadharman parityāga māmekam saranam aham tvam sarva pāpebhyo muktesam. So beautiful. That is pure devotional service. Therefore, the prayer of the Kunti embodies embodying the pinnacle point of Krishna consciousness philosophy. O Lord Madhu, as the Ganges forever flows to sea without hindrance, let my attraction be constantly drawn onto you without. So he's praying that. Very nice prayer. Perfection of pure devotional service is attained when all attention is diverted for the transcendental loving service. To cut off the tie of all other affection does not mean complete negation of finer element like affection. This is not possible. Living being, whoever he may must have a feeling affection for others because this is symptoms of life. The symptoms of life such as desire, anger, hankering, feeling, affection cannot be annihilated. Only objective has to be changed. Objective has to be changed. Desire cannot be changed, negated. Desire has to be there, but desire only to Krishna's. Devoted to Krishna. Everything. That people say, I can apply all the things in the service of the King. Bhaktivinoda Thakur say, Deho, Geho, Deho, Kilo, Artilo, Nanda Kumar. Everything I have, I can. Only the objective has to be different. Only for the service of the Lord in the place of desire for sense gratification. That is the important. Arjuna also doing the same mistake. Then he realized that no. Real devotional service means Arjuna was declined to fight on account of his affection for his family. He cut off after hearing about it. He understood that essence of everything is different subjective. The law of affection is there. What in the service of the Lord? Everything can be used in the service of the Lord. It's Nirbandha Krishna Sambandha. Krishna, Krishna Sakha, this is the last verse of the prayer. O Krishna, O friend of Arjuna, O chief among the descendants of Vishnu, you are the destroyer of those political parties which are disturbing element of the earth. You always never get rid of. You are the proprietor of transcendental abode. You descend to relieve the distress of the cows, Brahmana and devotee. You possess all mystic power. You are the preceptor of entire universe. You are almighty. For summary of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna is made here in Srimad Bhagavatam. Summary, this is the last verse. The Almighty Lord has last verse of the prayer. The Almighty Lord has eternal transcendental abode where he is everything Surabhi cow. Sought by hundred and thousand of goddess of fortune. He descend to material world to reclaim the devotee and annihilate the disturbing element among the group of political parties who are supposed to in charge of administration. He creates mention alienated by his unlimited energy. Still, he is always full with poise, does not deteriorate in potency. Cows, Brahmana, devotee of the Lord are object of his special attention because they are important factor of the general welfare. This is summarized. This is the end of the Kuntidevi prayer. The last prayer is very nice. There's a similar prayer also there. There's a beautiful process in this. So he says that in 10th canto also there. Sukadeva Goswami, so king, for the sake of protecting cow, Brahmana, demigod, devotees, the Vedic literature, religious principle to fulfill purpose of life, Supreme Personality of Godhead accept the form of incarnation. The Lord, the summary is why the Lord Krishna appears. There's another verses in this regard also in 10th canto. So it is stated that demigod is praying to Supreme Lord when Lord is in the womb of the Devaki, in the jail of Kansa. O Supreme Controller, your Lordship previously accepted incarnation in peace or software Narasimhadev, a boar, a swan, Lord Ramachandra Parsuram, among the demigod Brahman, they protect the entire world by your mercy. Now please protect us again by your mercy by diminishing the disturbance in this world. O Krishna, best of the Janu, we respect your overall. So such a beautiful prayer of Kuntidevi that embodying this pinnacle, such pinnacle philosophy of Krishna consciousness. How Lord Krishna's appearance is very mystic, very bewildering, and how he is the eternal protector of the eternal protector of the devotees. He has come to protect the devotee. So that is the beautiful prayers. So So we can summarize this prayer like Kunti Devi is praying to first of all the devotees welcome the disastrous. His prayer so first of all is praying that Lord is everywhere, all providing, but we cannot assess the Lord with material assets. Unless we have to have devotional service, we have to get the mercy of the Supreme Lord. We cannot see him. So then he's saying that how Lord has protected him and from all kind of calamities, dangerous. And he's welcoming how the devotee is welcoming dangerous, as it is an opportunity to see the Lord, so that they can stop the repetition of birth. Then thirdly, he's saying that how to avoid birth and death, because from akinchana gocharam, if one is not approaching God with fulfilling, one cannot stop this birth. By the approaching means one has to be akinchana, without material asset, with feeling. And by the process of Stravanti, Gayanti, Granati, Abhikshana, by process of hearing, chanting, one can stop this repetition of birth. So then finally, he said that to cut off his tie, because bhakti is not about possession. Bhakti is all about surrender. Love is not about possession, surrender. And finally, he has given a conclusive Lord. She summarized all the things. She's praying that how Lord, we have got your abode, you have come here to protect Pranaya Sadhana Vinasya Duskita. Devotees, Brahmanas, cows, they are very dear to me. They are dear to you. They are your first attention. So in this way, beautiful prayer, very meaningful, very philosophical, and they are immortalized in the pages of Bhagavatam and read by the devotees of the Lord. So thank you very much for hearing these beautiful prayers of Kuntidevi. Hare Krishna. All goes to Srila Prabhupada and Bhagavatam.